about we have real conversations around just what we need to be doing as African immigrants, first gen, so we can thrive here in our new home. Whether as an immigrant or first gen, child of immigrants, that's what we deal with every week here on Thriving Beyond Borders. And so go ahead and subscribe and become a part of the family. And we have other ways to connect with us as well. But today I'll be talking about something really quick. We have our second flagship conference of the year coming up. We're 1 week away from our Advocacy and Policy Conference, and it is so profound that this is happening. I am excited. We're gathering here in Atlanta, and it's something we've been building towards for a while. Last year we had it, and it was incredible. We had legislators, we had leaders, we had people who represent the community builders present. And this year, the lineup is even crazier. And I want to get into exactly what will be happening. Right, we have partnered with the Gwinnett Chamber Foundation, and we'll be having it in their space, in their educational room, right, on Saturday. It's going to be incredible, right? It's going to be an amazing event. And so I want you, if you have not signed up, first of all, let's go. We don't have time, right? It is so important, right? You see, a lot of conferences, typical conferences will focus on panels that don't apply to your life, networking that feels very transactional, sessions you forget by the time Monday comes around, right? But what we have created is something that's community-centered, advocacy-driven, actionable by design. This is not a conference about problems. It's not. It's a conference about power, about what our community deals with and what we have to do, right? That's what this conference is about, right? This is a very critical year for us as immigrants. This is an election year. Beyond the elections, there are other matters that affect us directly, and it is time to start shifting and changing the narrative. We need to start moving from hustle, right? You have been in the US for a while, for a season, and you have the good job, you've settled, you have the family, and now it's time to get involved. Now you should have gotten involved, but a lot of us have never voted in one election. You have never attended a city council meeting. You do not know the names, you do not know the officials, you don't know anybody in local government around you. If that's you, I'm talking to you. It's time to change that. It is time for us to shift the narrative. Somebody said, if you are not at the table, you are on the menu, because conversations that impact us are constantly being discussed. We tend to follow the very popular elections. And this is not a session about elections. The conference is not focused. In fact, there's very minimal conversations about elections. There is a mention about elections, but that's not the core. It's about civic engagement. It's about, this is how to get involved. It's about being a part of policy, right? And how to engage. That's what it is. Okay, so beyond, it really isn't an election driven, but the reason why I use elections a lot is a lot of immigrants, and we have to call this out. As long as I'm doing fine, I don't care who is in power. As long as the bills are paid, I do not care. But the truth is, elections have consequences. They do affect us, right? General elections, midterm elections, Supreme Court, all of the issues that are on the ballot. For your city, for your community. Tax rates, zoning, all of that. All of those conversations are on the ballot. I think I talked about it in one of our videos. The first time I voted, I went for elections. I always hear people talk about these issues are on the ballot, right? These issues, vote for all these issues up and down the ballot. I thought up and down the ballot just meant, different officials from the presidency to governor to all those people. And that's what it means typically. But when they talk about these issues on the ballot, I thought it was a generic term until I went to vote for the first time. I got my citizenship and I went to vote. And the first time I ever voted, I realized the only thing I knew was the big names. I only knew, the higher federal election people, and there were a lot of things and names on the ballot that day. There were issues on the ballot. I was like, okay, this is what they mean by issues on the ballot. There's legit things around taxes and different things on the ballot. And I was not prepared for it. I did not have the education. And I feel like that's a lot of us. And we don't take the time The reason why we're so big on this is I remember the last election cycle, we did a huge push and asked everybody, make sure you vote, make sure you lend your voice. Regardless of the direction you vote, go vote. Exercise that right that we worked hard to earn. We earned our right to vote as immigrants. And so it's important that we use this opportunity that we have worked hard to earn and lend our voice to shaping the outcomes and shaping how things are done. We are a key fabric of the American ecosystem. This beautiful piece of art that is this country that's made up of all of this diversity of cultures and mix of people and languages. We're part of what makes it beautiful. We are a part of the fabric of this nation and what makes this nation great. And so especially when you've gone about it the right way and earned your right to vote and lend your voice, then you should, because you're hurting, like you're removing a portion of the fabric and it makes it less beautiful. Think about it, just this beautiful clothing that's made up of many colors. If one of the strands is pulled out and doesn't, or just docile, the whole garment, right, is affected. The beauty of it is hurt. And so we hurt the system when we don't do what we're supposed to do, when we're not as involved as we're supposed to be. And so this conference is not about problems. It's about power. It's about what we need to be doing as a community and how we need to be doing it. Right? And so quickly, I want to give you 3 reasons why you cannot afford to miss this room. Right? 3 reasons why you can't afford to be absent. Reason number 1, you're going to leave with knowledge. The knowledge you're going to leave with, you can't afford to be absent from this, right? We're going to be having immigration policy updates that directly affect your status if you're an immigrant or maybe still in the process. A lot of us, where your status, your employment is dependent on your status. And we know how these things are. We've had a lot of conversations. Our immigration clinics every month is filled, right? So come and talk to real people. Come and hear how other people navigated their situations. Right, and so immigration policy updates that affect you will be talked about, financial and workshop resources that are available to us as African immigrants, especially here in Georgia and around the U.S. Most people, especially the ones that most people don't know they exist, those things will be talked about. We're going to get into practical advocacy tools, right? How to engage legislators. We're going to have real life legislators in there. How to tell your story, how to make your presence felt in policy conversations. Those are things. So the knowledge that you're going to live with, and there's so much more. Again, if you check out our website, if you go to africancollective.org and then go to events, you'll see the Policy and Advocacy Conference event under Events tab. Click on it and just go through the line of speakers. I promise your mind will be blown at the great people that we have, who will be showing up for this incredible event. Right? The second reason why you cannot afford to miss this, the people that you're going to meet. Right? I've said it, we're going to meet advocates, policymakers, professionals, business people. In fact, that day is also graduation for our Business Igniter program. Our first ever Catalyst program that we launched this year is graduating its first set of students. And so there'll be leaders, business leaders in the space. Right? We're having this in partnership. We did the Business Igniter program in partnership with the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce, the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce Foundation. And so they've thrown their full weight behind this program. We're using their location for this. That tells you who will be in the room. It's going to be packed with power, I'm telling you. And so the people you are going to meet, the networking opportunities that will be happening, you can't afford to be anywhere else. Right? This is not the kind of relationship you build on LinkedIn. Again, LinkedIn is great. I love LinkedIn, but this is not LinkedIn. This is real person, real life, real person. A face-to-face conversation. It's faster than LinkedIn, more effective. You get to shake hands with the real people and then make your pitch. And so you get to connect with the great people, and then you're going to experience AIM's intentional community design. Right? We build with design. All of our events have intention behind it. And so you don't want to be left out of this event. All right? And then the reason number 3 why you cannot afford to be anywhere else is the person you will become in that room. There's going to be transformation for you. Right? There's something that shifts when you step into, when you stop being passive. Right, and then become an active participant. When you just stop being a recipient of policy and become one who plays, you are now a part of shaping policy. there's something that happens. You're a different person. And that transformation is what I'm looking forward to seeing for you when you come through on Saturday. So again, make sure you're coming. And if you follow my TED Talk, you know about belonging capital, right? You're going to see that in action. You're going to have, you're going to see access capital and sponsorship capital and identity capital. All three will be available in that room. If you haven't seen, if you don't talk about, go watch my TEDx talk. But it's all going to be happening in that space. You do not want to be elsewhere. There'll be real life transformations. You're going to live with more than notes. You're going to live with a sense of, what is possible for you and for our community, right? So again, the date, June 27th, we start at 10 a.m. The doors open by 9, but we start by 10 a.m. sharp. All right, let's be on time. It's again, we have legislators, we have business leaders, we have community builders who are going to be part of this. And so show up like a business person. Come and see what we are about, and then come and make meaningful connections. Come for a transformation, right? Again, it's going to be at the Gwinnett Chamber Foundation Education Building. Okay, if you are in Gwinnett, if you are in Atlanta area and you know Gwinnett, around the gas, just beside the Gas South Arena on the 1818 building, if you go in there, nice fancy steakhouse, share the same building there. You look it up, you see the address, it's very pronounced, you can't miss it. And so you want to be there. So who should be in the room? If you're professional navigating your visa and career decisions, you should be in the room. You are a parent with, maybe you're a parent, you have students who are, on F1. You are a business person, an entrepreneur, you should be there. You are a person of faith, a faith leader, you should be in the room. Anyone who wants to understand and influence systems that affect immigrant life should be in the room. All right, so this is a call to every member of our community. Come on out. If you're in the Atlanta area, come on out. I know the World Cup is going on, but there's some things I won't making the sacrifice for. Record the World Cup on DVR. Do we still use DVR? I haven't seen TV in a long time. Right, record the game. Go back and watch it later is what I'm trying to say. And then, but show up. Show up. There's so many watch parties going on in Atlanta and around. So Atlanta is a host city. So I know it's crazy. It's going to be crazy, during that season. But that should not be an excuse, man. Take a day. Take the day, show up and be a part of this. Come and be a part of this. This is a free event. You're not paying to be in the room, but the connections and all of that, the Chambers is covered in most of the costs and expenses involved. We do have some. So again, shout out to the Gwinnett Chamber Foundation for taking care of us. So it's free to attend. Just need to show up. It's not free, but the price has been paid. Amen. Right. And so, and this conference, again, AIM just turned 2 years old less than a month ago, and this represents something for us. This is advocacy and civic engagement is a major pillar for the African Immigrant Collective. And this is a culmination moment for us and for me as a person, but for us as a community of people building something, it's a culmination moment. So come and be a part of something significant. Come and be a part of something significant. June 27th, I'll be there. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I'll be there. My partner, my co-founder, Stella, is going to be in the room. AIM leadership is going to show up. Our board of directors will be there. Our officials will be there. And other partners will be there. Our impact partners will be there. The chambers will be there. Everybody's going to be there. Where you going to be? All right, show up. Let's go. Okay, so that's it. Show up. Show up. You don't have an excuse. Again, the details will be somewhere on your screen or in the description, but let's go. It's going to be one for the ages. It's shaping up to be incredible, and I am excited. I can't wait to say hello to you. Quickly, for people who are not local to Atlanta, last year we had a link for people to join online, right? So, but this is curated to be an in-person event. We will still make provision for an online audience because some of our Business Igniter students are not based locally here. So go ahead and sign up, even if you're not local, but indicate. So we're not going to make the Zoom link public. We're not going to make it public again just because of miscreants and suspicious behavior that we've experienced in the past. If somebody catches my drift. But I'll say this, there will be a virtual component. So if you're out of town or legitimately can't be there in person, but you want to be a part of the event, you'll be able to. So go ahead and register. We'll make it happen for you. I'm thinking about you. I got you. All right, but again, what you don't want to do is miss out on this incredible moment for our people, for our community. All right. Thank you very much for listening to me. I am grateful for the privilege to continue to do this, so thank you for being a part of the collective. Again, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel and give us leverage YouTube as a platform for impact. And so I'm counting on all of you to help us get there, to help us get to the numbers that we need so YouTube can recommend us, and then the value and all of the things that we share is accessible to more people. But thank you again for hanging out with me. Subscribe, share this video with somebody who you've been trying to talk to get involved and they're struggling. Share with them. If you're in Atlanta, come through. Let's do this. But till next time, God bless you and keep thriving beyond borders. I'll see you next week.